I guess, Tobin, you might have to mute your phone for just a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sure how to do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my office phone.
All right. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Litchfield Planning Board meeting of August 3rd, 2021. Would you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. I will start with the roll call of members present. Michael Croto, Chair.
Kay Stevens, Vice Chair.
Ron Stevens, member.
Kimberly Queenan, Selectman's Rep.
Curtis Sampson, member.
James Buffetti, member.
Okay. And we have with us this evening Jay Mancaro from NRPC. Welcome, Jay. All right. Before I begin this evening, we'll just do a quick public input on non-agenda items. Are there any members of the public who would like to comment on non-agenda items this evening? Okay, hearing none, I will close public input on non-agenda items, and we will go to number one, an application by Rainey Thorough, trustee of the Thorough Litchfield Realty Trust, 311 and 315 Charles Bancroft Highway. The purpose of the application is a lot line adjustment between map 15 lot 6 and map 15 lot 6-2. No additional lots are created. If the aforementioned application is accepted, notice is hereby extended to application approval, consideration, and or continuations to a date certain as required. Is the applicant here?
Yes, I am.
All right. So we have your engineer, Mr. Farwell, on the phone. Why don't you come to the table and introduce yourself? And then we'll have Mr. Farwell introduce himself.
Good evening, everyone. Renee Thoreau, 311 Charles Bancroft Highway.
Okay.
I'm Tobin Farwell Engineering.
Good evening. Okay. So it looks like we have here this evening, this is a lot line adjustment. And we have a application, we have a plan in front of us.
I brought additional plans if anybody wants to see it for review.
Okay, thank you. So we'll start out first. I'll have to ask, I know Joan isn't here this evening. We'll have to ask Jay, so I'll have to ask Jay if, do we know that all abutters have been notified, all fees have been paid, and that we have a completed application?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And I know there are a number of waiver requests.
And there are a number of waiver requests. I have those in front of me, and we will go over those. Okay, great. Okay, so with that said, normally how we proceed, we basically would accept the application for its completeness. If we have all of the required documents, abutters have been notified, and fees have been paid. So having heard that we do have a completed application, I would entertain a motion to accept for completeness.
So
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Do I have discussion? All right. All those in, oh, actually, Joan asked me this evening for those who make motions to just raise your hand, only because she has to take minutes and she just wants to make sure she has the right person. So, but I know you took the motion. James seconded. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of accepting the application for its completeness for this application, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstained, motion passes 6-0-0. Okay, so we've accepted the application for completeness. So I guess I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Farwell. You are the engineer. You can probably give us a brief overview of what this is as a lot line adjustment, and I'll let you take it from here.
Sure. Okay. So 315 Charles Bancroft Highway, which is 15 lot 6, is going from 16.06 acres and it's going to be adjusted down to 10 acres. It's going from an upland area of it's going to have an upland area of 4.85 acres and a wetland area of over 5 acres, a little over 5 acres. 311 Charles Bancroft Highway, which is map 15 lot 6-2, is going from 1.72 acres to 7.78 acres. There's a little over 3 acres of upland area. We have requested some waivers from, I don't have the complete list in front of me, but leach field areas and HIS mapping and soil types. I did provide the plan that was used for the original subdivision, which did have a HIS mapping. Some of the grades have changed because of the development of the lot, but it's a good indication of what's there as an existing plan. So in a nutshell, that's what we're requesting. Again, no lots are being created, just an adjustment between 2 existing lots.
Okay. And it looks like both lots are being served by town water. Is that my understanding?
No, the town water goes by. Renee can, because I did ask Renee about this. They do have their own wells on the lot currently. So no, they are not serviced by town water. And Renee, speak up if
That is correct, yes.
That is correct. Okay. All right.
And they do have their own leach fields there, on-site septics.
Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3. So it looks like you have 7 waivers requests that you're looking to.
That sounds correct.
Okay. All right. Anything you'd like to add? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Would you like me to run? I just didn't print them out. I have them. I actually have sent 520E, G, K, but I'm not sure. I think
I have 520E, 520G, 530K, 530L, 530M, 530S, and 530 AAA.
Right. Because a lot of these, a lot line adjustment has to follow these subdivision regulations, and a lot of these regulations are important for subdividing property but for lot line adjustment, showing the leach fields, where are they on site? It's not so critical. We've shown driveway locations, soil types again, and so therefore we've asked for a waiver to these requirements.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Thoreau, was there anything you want to add?
Nope.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for the applicant before I get into the waiver requests? So you have, okay, so I guess maybe you can talk about your waiver requests. I guess starting with section 520E, and we can go down the list.
Okay. 520E is for existing leach fields should be shown on the plan. I believe I show it for, I'd show the EDA for 311 Charles Bancroft Highway, but I do not show the location for 315 Charles Bancroft Highway. It's not anywhere near. It's between the garage and the house, I believe. We don't have information. Didn't have information as to where that is, but I know it's well within the lot, and this lot line adjustment is not going to affect it.
Okay.
Do you want me to stop and let you vote on each one, or should I continue on?
I think we'll go through each one, and I think we'll vote on all of them, if that's okay.
Okay. So 520G is the driveway location within 200 feet. Again, we're not proposing. I provided the subdivision plan, which showed the house location for 311 Charles Bancroft Highway, and the plan also did for 315 Charles Bancroft Highway. The lot line adjustment is not affecting the frontage at all. the existing driveways are on the lots, and the location is not added to the plan, so we are requesting a waiver to that. But I have the information on the previous plan. And all right, 530K, existing and proposed water line. The well is on site. I think that is for if you're going to tie into the town water, and we are not tied into it. So again, we have, it's a state-approved septic system for both lots, but we don't show the water line locations, and requesting a waiver to that. 530L, letter from water company of water availability and intent to provide service. We are on-site wells providing our own water source, so we're requesting a waiver to that. 530M is the project is for an existing house. There is no ground disturbance proposed with this project. Therefore, no sedimentation. Oh, a request for sedimentation control. Is that what M is?
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, no ground disturbance is proposed. Therefore, no sedimentation control is required. So we request a waiver to that. SDR 4K reserve area. This is a state-approved septic system. They are large lots. We're not even close to, both of them are greater than 5 acres and don't require state subdivision approval, so therefore we're requesting a waiver to that as well.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions about the waiver?
What was the, did he go over the waiver, AA? What was that last one?
It's has to do with the working septic system, an existing septic
Oh,
system.
okay, I thought that was K. Okay.
Which one was that? AA? Is that the fire chief?
I thought K was the one with the working septic systems.
AA is 530 AA, site division, subdivision regulation, AA 4K reserve area.
Was it 530 AA?
Yeah, 530 AA.
Well, I'm looking at regs. That's a letter from the fire chief, right?
Is that a copy paste error on the waivers, maybe? Yeah, it should be a letter, something about letter from the fire chief. Confirming adequacy of the proposed fire protection method.
Oh, okay.
It's got 520s and 530s in there.
Oh, I guess that's the location. I'm looking at the southern New Hampshire request that they have previously, and they did have, I guess it's under the SDR AA is the location of the 4,000 square foot septic reserve area, not 530 AA.
Oh, so that's a typo.
Yeah, SDR AA 4K reserve area. I did not find that location, but because it was on the review letter previously, I thought I would include it, but I could not find that section.
Well, 530A only applies to major subdivisions, which I wouldn't call this a major subdivision.
Yeah,
But I don't think we have to worry about
references
that,
from
right?
the checklist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the NRPC checklist under number 3, elements either missing from submission or need a waiver request.
Right. So if you look at the subdivision checklist under section 530K, it's location of existing proposed water, sewer, and drainage systems. And then if you go further down, double A is adequacy of, a letter from the fire chief for adequacy of protection measures.
Okay, so are we missing a waiver request
No,
for that or no?
Location 4,000 septic reserve.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think you should have
Yeah, I think they're all here.
they're all here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does the waiver request for? Oh,
You
I
you
see.
just said the SDR section
think-
530 AA was for the fire chief? Is that what you just said?
On the checklist.
Yeah, but we didn't
Right.
talk about that one here just a few minutes ago. That's why I was confused.
See, the waiver request that I have doesn't say 530. It just says SDRAA.
Okay. Maybe it's a copy
That's a
paste
typo.
just on
Yeah.
the staff report, maybe.
It could be a typo on the staff report.
That's what I'm looking at anyway.
Right, are we clear? So
Okay.
you see where I got under the staff report says the erosion sedimentation control plans, SDR, oh, no, I'm sorry. Location of 4,000 square foot septic reserve area, SDRAA.
Right.
And I couldn't find, that's why on my waiver request, I just put SDRAA as they had on
I
their
see.
review letter.
Okay, so something is not lining up somewhere. What is that AA reference on the checklist then? So in your checklist, it says AA for the fire chief?
Yeah,
In looking at the checklist, yes. So double A is letter from the fire chief confirming adequacy of the proposed fire protection method for all, this says major subdivisions. I think that was an error though in the staff report.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out of that for a second and just go into the waiver file that I.
Now I'm looking at the waivers that are uploaded onto the site and it's the same
it's all.
Five
It's the
530
same
X
waiver
over
every
and
time.
Going into my
I wasn't sure if
folder.
I was just
No.
having an issue. Now I'm like, what's going on?
So
here?
I can see it. I'm looking over your shoulder at that one, but
Okay.
we just have something
Well,
wrong
you've
with
got
this
the
file.
printed ones though, right?
I have
Yes.
printed ones here.
Yes, he has it printed.
I'm kicked off again.
Sorry about this. Google changed their site and we've been
Yeah, it's a
grappling
little.
with it the past couple
There's a
meetings.
change in the internet. It's impossible.
Right.
An update?
Jay, do you have any comments that you'd like to make at this time as to this?
Okay.
I mean, basically, we had requested some changes to the plan. We had some concerns, particularly around the acreages, to making sure that they were accurate. That has been corrected. There was some information that we asked for to be added to the plan. That's been added. And of course, they did submit waiver requests for what they didn't feel was necessary for this application. And on the whole, since it's a lot line adjustment. There's no new lots created. Both have existing homes, so there is no new development potential. So I think the waiver requests are reasonable.
There is a question about deeds been submitted. Has that been done? Do we know? Copies of the
I believe that
deeds?
has been done, but I was not able to confirm with John.
Is that accurate, I guess, Mr. Thoreau?
Colt Tobin, I thought
Tobin.
there was some.
Yeah, I do have the deeds. I submitted them to Joan via PDF. I'm not sure if I printed them out, but I have them even now in front of me. I have the deeds. If they want to make a condition that they receive the deeds, I certainly can send them in.
Okay.
Very good. Mhm. All right. Any other questions from the board?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just, maybe it was just communication was happening quickly, but 520G and 520S deal with the driveway. What was the reason for the waivers on the driveway? They already exist,
Mhm.
but why are they not on the site plan?
They are on the site.
I did submit the.
I heard him say they weren't. Go ahead, sorry.
All right, so I did submit the previous subdivision, which had 315 Charles Bancroft Highway, that did show the driveway. I submitted that for information. We didn't want to go out and frankly survey the new house 311 Charles Bancroft Highway just to try and, the driveway's there, it's been approved. We didn't want to send the survey crew out to locate it and put it on the plan. We thought it was unnecessary.
It was on a plan before when you built the house? Would have had.
What, was it on the plan before?
Y-
When you
yeah.
built the house? No.
It was on the septic design plan, but it was, you know, a proposed location. It might have gotten tweaked. The turnaround might have changed. I didn't feel comfortable putting on that, you know, proposed driveway location if I thought I would have to actually locate where it was built and how it was built.
In other words, they wouldn't have to go
That's
through the
why I didn't-
additional cost of going out there and surveying the driveways in order to put them on the plan. You know, under the theory that the driveways are already there, they're not changing.
As long as the fire department knows, I'm sure they can see a driveway, but okay. I just wanted to make sure. I thought I heard it wasn't there, but you were asking for a waiver. So this is standard practice?
It
to
is
have-
on. It is shown on 315. Again, I provided a plan. It's not going to be on the lot line adjustment plan, but it is on. I submitted a plan of the previous subdivision which showed it, which we had located it, but not for 311.
Driveway permits, though, were pulled for both of those plans, I assume.
That's what yeah.
If there's a
As
record,
long as it's on
years.
record somewhere.
Yes, there
the
is.
record of there somewhere, exactly.
I don't want to just have a plan out there with no driveway.
Do you mind if I just take a look at one
Absolutely.
of your plans? I don't, just want to make sure.
Is that the new one that they just built down there with the
Yes.
big brown doors?
Yes.
Okay.
I got plenty for anybody else.
Thank you. I just want to make sure.
Because thank you, Mr. Cole.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, at this time, I'll open it up to public comment. Is there any members of the public who wish to comment on this application? Hence, I don't see anybody in the audience, so I will close public comment and turn it to the board.
I'd make a motion to approve all of the waivers.
All of the waivers, okay. Hold on. Okay. So I have a motion. Do I have to approve all of the waivers? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
You'll second? Do I have any discussion? Okay,
That makes sense.
all right. And just for the record, the requested waivers, I have section of the site plan subdivision regulations, 520E, existing leach field should be shown on plans. Section 520G, driveway location within 200 feet, subdivision regulations. Subdivision regulation 530K, existing and proposed water line. 530L, subdivision regulation letter from water company of water availability intent to provide service. Subdivision regulation 530M has to do with sedimentation control. And I guess 530 double A 4K reserve area. And this has to do with the existing septic system. So I have a motion second. Motion was made by Kate, seconded, I'm sorry, motion made by James, seconded by Kate. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor of approval of the waiver requests for 315 and 311 Charles Bancroft Highway, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstained, motion passes 6-0-0. Okay, so that takes care of the waiver requests. Now, what do we want to do about approval, conditional approval here? And what are the conditions going to be if we do?
I think just that the deeds are recorded, that the missing deeds we had.
Okay, so
Right.
deeds are recorded, registry of deeds. That's a condition of the approval.
I believe that was it.
Anything else? Jay, anything?
Just the standard conditions.
Standard conditions, okay, of approval. All right, so does anybody want to make a motion at this time to
I'll make that
conditionally
motion.
approve? Okay,
Second.
all right, I have a motion by Kate, I have a second by James. Discussion? All right, all those in favor of conditionally approval for, Thorough Litchfield Realty Trust, 315, 311 Charles Bancroft Highway, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Right.
Those opposed, abstained, motion passes 6-0. You're all set.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chairman and members of the board. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
night.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Good night. Okay. Alrighty. Didn't go to engineering school, so rolling plans was never my forte. Sorry. Okay.
It's really the hardest part.
It is. Gonna master it. All right, just gonna get back to the agenda. Okay, next item on the agenda is committee reports. Any reports from any committees? Kim, did you want to
Sure.
start?
Board of Selectmen, next meeting will be Monday, 6:30 PM at the town hall here. I don't have the date. I didn't write the date down, sorry. It's next Monday. The next NRPC Commissioner meeting will be September 15th at 7 PM in Nashua, 30 Temple Street. I'd like to make an announcement about, we have, NRPC has hazardous waste program on August 7th, 2021, from 8 to noon in Nashua City Park, in Nashua at the City Park and Ride on 25 Crown Street. So if you have any hazardous waste you'd like to bring over, that's the event for it, planned then. And that's it.
Okay, great. Conservation Commission meeting is this Thursday at 7 PM here in Town Hall. There is a Lower Merrimack Lower Local River Advisory Committee meeting coming up in August, I think the end of August. And the Capital Improvement Committee will be having a meeting in August at some point. I haven't got a date yet. So. Approval of the July 20 and July 27, 2021 minutes. The July 27th meeting was a special meeting. Did everybody have an opportunity to take a look at those and have any questions or concerns?
I just had 2 typos on
Okay.
July 20th. Yeah, they're just typos. Information was correct. So on the July 20th meeting, page 3, 1, 2, I think the 3rd paragraph down. It says the existing house dates to 1895. Go to the 3rd sentence and it says possible gazebo 75 feet from top of the river. It should say 75 feet from the riverbank. And then the second typo is the 5th paragraph down. And it starts saying Kate questions the kind of waste generated. And when the person responded, you have a typo that says T only. It should just say only. Just a typo. And that's all I had.
Okay. Thank you. Anything from anybody else? All right.
One thing that I thought, and I'm trying to read through it, but I thought the location of the septic system was a condition of the approval.
I think it was to put the septic system the engineer is doing for the winery.
Yes,
We were,
okay.
we were gonna put the house septic also on the plan, and that's being done, so he knows where it is.
Okay, all right. As long as it's being done,
Yeah.
I think. All right. That was Jonah just said she had trouble understanding that part of the conversation over the video, so I just wanted to make sure that was. in
Yeah, I
there.
saw her at
Okay.
town hall, and I gave her what I sent to Mike Granger. Yep.
Okay. Um, if, well, I guess I would entertain a motion to approve first the July 20th meeting minutes as amended.
So moved.
Motion by James. Do I have a second?
I'll
I
second.
have a second by Ron. Is there any further discussion? All right, all those in favor of the approval of the July 20th, 2021 minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No, I don't know if I've abstained or not. Sorry, because I was half there, but not in
Okay.
one.
Right.
So I don't know if you want me to abstain or approve.
Maybe abstain, only because you were
Okay.
an applicant, if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay,
That was my question.
all
Sorry.
right. Opposed, abstain. All right. And Curtis, what was your opposed?
Abstain.
You're abstaining. So, okay, motion is going to pass 4-0-2. And what about the July 27th, 2021 minutes? Anybody have any questions with that one? And if none, I can entertain a motion on those as well.
So moved.
All right, I have a motion by James. I have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Ms.
I'll
Cunha.
second.
Okay. Do I have discussion? All right. All those in favor of approval of the July 27, 2021 minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Those opposed? Abstain?
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes 5-0-1. Okay, thank you. Any other business this evening? Jay, do you have anything you'd like to add? Or?
I do not.
Okay. Our next meeting is going to be August 17th. That is going to actually be a workshop meeting. We're going to have some people coming in. I believe Mr. Charbonneau, Attorney Morgan Hollis, and Jim Petropoulos. And I believe Matt Lepore, Conservation, is going to be in attendance as well. That is going to be a meeting on the permitted uses and zoning and town discussion. I believe Attorney Perlman said that he might come to that one as well. I'm not sure. So we're looking forward to that discussion. And I think that is all that I have. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn. James, who has
Second.
second? Second by Kate. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstained. Motion passes 6-0-0. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Have a good evening. Thank you.
To repeat the record?
I don't think so, Kate.